Hello, everyone. Welcome to the market opening bell on Tuesday, October 28th, your 10-minute guide to the stock market. Positive developments emerged as China and the US reached preliminary consensus on properly addressing several key trade concerns of mutual interest, lifting Hong Kong stocks. The Hang Seng Index opened 335 points higher at 26,495, fluctuated throughout the session and closed up 273 points or 1% at 26,433. The X-share index rose 103 points or 1.1% to 9,467, while the Hang Seng Tech Index gained 111 points or 1.8% to 6,171. Total market turnover was 267 billion Hong Kong dollars. Southbound stock net recorded a net inflow of $2.873 billion into Hong Kong stocks. Notable net purchases included SMIC at $1.143 billion, Tencent Holdings $1.03 billion, Hua Hong Semiconductor $986 million, CNOOC $544 million, PopMart $489 million, CityE $320 million, UBTech $198 million, Horizon Robotics $175 million. Net sales were led by Alibaba at $1.985 billion, Li Auto $812 million, Xiaomi $117 million. Southbound funds have now bought SMIC for 5 consecutive days, totaling $2.941 billion. Tencent for 4 days, totaling $1.979 billion, and CNOOC for 4 days, totaling $3.52 billion. Technically, the Hang Seng kept up 335 points, but hit its intraday high of 26,495 at the open. The close below the opening level formed a bearish candle, and turnover failed to surge significantly, indicating investors remain cautious. On the mainland, the 3 major A-share indexes opened high and climbed steadily. The Shanghai Composite approached 4,000, closing at 3,996, up 46 points or 1.2%. The Shenzhen component finished at 13,489, up 200 points or 1.5%. And the Chinex closed at 3,234, up 62 points or 2%. Combined turnover on the Shanghai and Shenzhen exchanges reached 2.34 trillion yuan. The renminbi central parity rate against the US dollar was raised 47 pips to 7.0881, the highest since October 15th last year. In Hong Kong, nuclear power stocks generally rose globally. 2024 nuclear power generation hit a 10-year high, with strong growth momentum expected to continue. Several international authorities have raised nuclear energy forecasts for 4 consecutive years, projecting global installed nuclear capacity to exceed 900 million kilowatts by 2050, doubling current levels. As of now, China operates 59 nuclear units with total capacity of 62.48 million kilowatts and has 53 units under construction, all approved with 62.93 million kilowatts, pushing total scale past 125 million kilowatts, maintaining the world's top position. On the earnings front, China Coal Energy reported third quarter revenue of 36.148 billion yuan, down 23.8% year-on-year, with net profit attributable to shareholders at 4.78 billion yuan, down 1%, and basic earnings per share of 0.36 yuan. For the first 9 months, revenue was 110.584 billion yuan, down 21.2%. Net profit was 12.485 billion yuan, down 14.6%, and earnings per share 0.94 yuan. Hengrui Medicine posted first 9 months revenue of 23.188 billion yuan, up 14.9% under Chinese accounting standards, with net profit attributable to shareholders at 5.751 billion yuan, up 24.5%, and earnings per share at 0.89 yuan. Third quarter revenue was 7.427 billion yuan, up 12.7%. Net profit was 1.301 billion yuan, up 9.5%, and earnings per share was zero point 0.2 yuan. China Southern Airlines announced third quarter revenue of 51.374 billion yuan, up 3.01% year-on-year, with net profit of 3.84 billion yuan, up 20.26%. First 9 months revenue was 137.665 billion yuan, up 2.23%. Net profit was 2.307 billion yuan, up 17.4%. Anta Sports reported that in Q3 2025, Anta brand retail sales recorded low single-digit positive growth year-on-year. Phillip brand also achieved low single-digit growth, while all other brands saw 45 to 50% growth. HSBC made a $1.1 billion provision related to the Madoff fraud litigation, causing its shares to fall 1.1%. HSBC will release Q3 results today, although benefiting from rising Hong Kong interbank rates since August, easing some net interest margin pressure. The market expects impact from notable items, non-recurring, including dilution and impairment losses from its stake in Associate Bank of Communications, which completed an A-share issuance in June, reducing HSBC's holding from 19.03% to 16%. Analysts forecast Q3 fixed currency revenue, excluding notable items, at 17.272 billion dollars, up 0.4% from 17.209 billion dollars last year. Pre-tax profit on the reported basis is expected at 8.0535 billion dollars, down nearly 5% from 8.476 billion dollars. Q3 dividend is forecast at 10 US cents per share, flat year on year. Investors will focus on net interest income and non-interest income growth, future dividend CET1 ratio, guidance, expected credit losses on Hong Kong corporate real estate, and synergies from potential privatization of Hang Seng Bank. Four new listings will debut today in yesterday's Phillip Mart Grey Market. Deepak Sea Technology, stock code 1384, closed at 52 Hong Kong dollars, up 95% or $25.34 from its IPO price. Per lot of 200 shares excluding fees had the paper profit of 5,068 Hong Kong dollars. Second was Palmer Tea, stock code 6980 at $80.1, up 60.2% or 30.1 Hong Kong dollars. Per lot of 100 shares will have profit of $3,010. CIG Shanghai stock code 6166 closed at $99.3, up 44.2% or $30.42. Per lot of 50 shares, profit was $1,521. The weakest was Sunny Heavy Industries, stock code 6031 at $20.76, down 2.5% or $0.54. Per lot of 200 shares will see a paper loss of $108. Reports indicate US President Trump, when discussing his upcoming meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, said TikTok will be one of the topics on Thursday and that a final agreement could be signed. US stocks hit fresh highs on Monday. The VIX fear gauge fell 0.6 points or 3.5% to 15.8. The Dow opened over 200 points higher and accelerated into the close, up 337 points or 0.7% to 47,544. The S&P 500 closed above 6,800 for the first time, up 83 points or 1.2% to 6,875. The Nasdaq opened over 300 points up and closed 432 points or 1.9% higher at 23,637. Nvidia and Broadcom rose 2.8% and 2.2% respectively. Tesla surged 4.3% after Morgan Stanley praised its autonomous driving progress. Tesla chair Robin Denholm wrote to shareholders urging support for CEO Elon Musk's nearly $1 trillion compensation package ahead of the annual meeting, stating Musk is critical to the company's future. She said Tesla is entering a new phase beyond just cars, focusing on full self-driving and the Optimus humanoid robot, and that without Musk, the company could lose significant value as the market may no longer price in long-term goals. Several tech giants are set to report earnings this week, including Alphabet up 3.6%, Amazon up 1.2%, Apple up 2.3%, Meta up 1.7%, and Microsoft up 1.5%. Easing US-China trade tensions reduce gold safe haven appeal, with spot gold and December futures both falling below 4,000 US dollars. 8 OPEC plus nations may meet this weekend and are leaning toward a small increase in December oil output. Affected by the news, NYMEX December crude and Brent December fell 0.3% to 0.5%. Our stock pick today is China Isotope and Radiation Corporation, CIRC, stock code 1763. China Isotope and Radiation Corporation focuses its business on two major sectors, nuclear medicine and health and irradiation applications. The company is dedicated to providing comprehensive nuclear medicine solutions, radiotherapy solutions, and promoting radiation technology applications. The group has established a 6 plus N industrial layout centered on six core businesses: radionuclides, radiopharmaceuticals, nuclear medical equipment, integrated nuclear medicine solutions, radiation sources and applications, and irradiation applications. It is China's leading enterprise in nuclear technology applications, integrating R&D, production, sales, and services, and is also the global high-tech company with the most comprehensive product portfolio and the most complete industrial chain in the fields of isotopes, their products, and radiation processing. China Isotope and Radiation is the largest domestic manufacturer of radiopharmaceuticals for imaging diagnosis and treatment, as well as urea breath test kits and testing instruments. It is also the only company in China that provides full process services covering the entire life cycle of irradiation facilities, from site selection, design, and construction to source supply and decommissioning. The group has partnered with Curie Incorporated, one of the world's top three radiotherapy equipment suppliers, to enter the high-end radiotherapy equipment sector, focusing on the introduction, digestion, absorption, and re-innovation of advanced systems such as tomotherapy and radiosurgery robotic systems. Through independent innovation, the company has successfully developed a fully localized intelligent cobalt 60 gamma ray stereotactic radiotherapy system, Gamma Knife. In terms of technological innovation, Chengdu Gaotong Isotope Company Limited, a subsidiary of CIRC, recently officially launched a new isotope separation technology based on fourth generation MOF materials, the absorption trapper. This breakthrough injects new momentum into high-end nuclear medicine and controlled nuclear fusion, opening up new prospects for industrialization. The absorption trapper technology innovatively incorporates MOF materials, the focus of the 2025 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, breaking through the inherent limitations of traditional isotope separation methods and enabling customized design of separation materials at the molecular scale. The technology demonstrates significant advantages in high purity, high efficiency, low cost, and low energy consumption, with broad applications across key national economic sectors, including nuclear medicine, nuclear fusion, heavy water reactors, and biomedical research. It will provide core technological support for China to build an independent, controllable, safe, and stable isotope supply chain, helping to reduce reliance on imports of certain high-end isotopes. The group has also successfully expanded internationally. Recently, it signed a memorandum of understanding on cooperation in isotope procurement with Brazil's National Commission for Nuclear Energy, CNEN. The two parties will establish a long-term cooperation mechanism centered on isotope product supply, quality management, and information exchange to jointly enhance R&D and application capabilities for isotope products, supporting the development of Brazil's nuclear technology applications and radiopharmaceutical industry. As a backbone enterprise in China's isotope and radiopharmaceutical sector, China Isotope and Radiation will use this agreement as an opportunity to actively expand its international cooperation footprint and promote the global outreach of its technology, products, and services. Recommended buy price $17.60, target $19, stop loss $16.60. I do not hold the above stock.